There we go. All right. Let's screen share. I was busy last night on Canva until midnight or later.
Dang, girl.
Look at all those tabs you have open, girl.
I don't even, that's my brain too. Don't even ask.
That's my brain. That's why I'm overwhelmed by the amount of tabs I can actually see.
Come on. Okay. Yay. All right. March leaderboards. I did do something productive last night. I know that SC points were not totally updated yesterday. I know that I checked mine this morning and they were, so they may be updated. I'll post this in the team page. Shout out to Amanda, coach of the week, who's been seriously like rocking this.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Get it, girl. Lots of volume. I think the launch of Ultimate Portion Fix is it's rolling. I mean, things are good. I think the more we talk about it, the more that we promote it, the more that we talk about food. Food posts always do really well. So, if you're using your containers, if you're using, food posts are always a hit, I feel like. Meal prep posts always do really well. People look at stuff like that and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. How do I do that? Teach me how to do that kind of stuff. Because I'm still getting traction from my meal prep post last Sunday. And so maybe that's something that you put on your schedule for this next week, is to do some kind of a meal prep post with, use kind of what I wrote last Sunday, or take some ideas from that. And just see what you can find and see what you can do. And I'm talking about, I never did
Meal prep?
What'd you say?
Does that mean I have to meal prep?
I'm on spring break. What?
So you mean don't just eat the Samoas out of the box?
No, portion them out. Make sure you get 20 each day.
Portion control. Put them in your container and post it.
I bought little pints of Halo. Does that count?
Yeah, that works. Just put them in your container. And that's totally relatable. So you might have a lot of.
Seriously, I told Eric yesterday, I was like, when you're out of town, I literally peanut butter crusts and leftover Cheez-Its. It's so weird. A real meal in days. It's so bad.
So stuff like that, nutrition, the transformations that come from programs that use containers, anyone that did timed nutrition with 80-day obsession, or, those are all awesome transformations to share. And I've had luck creating a public photo album in the past, with results on my personal page, look at all these transformations, or nutrition boot camp transformations or whatever, and adding in a bunch of transformation pictures to that, and talking about how, these people have followed a loose nutrition plan, not, no diet, and just little things like that. So I obviously am out of the office this week, so my posts are going to be hit or miss. I'm just aiming to get on social media once a day. I don't know what the internet's going to be like, but I am writing a bunch of posts on the plane today that I can use with pictures this week. I fully intend to take a picture at the buffet with all the food and drinks and pictures on the beach, and then use my text for those images. But I am going to try to get at least one post in talking about Ultimate Portion Fix and something relating to nutrition this week. Same thing with my stories. I'm going to reuse my stories a couple times from the Ultimate Portion Fix stuff. I have found that a lot of similar people look at my stories, but different days there are different people looking. So where maybe last time I did my stories on a Tuesday night, I might do them on a Thursday night this time and see if I get different viewers. So switching that stuff up. But I really think we can continue to run with this Ultimate Portion Fix until I mean, whenever, because we saw this with 2B Mindset last year. It was one of our biggest volume, biggest paycheck, biggest Success Club points, kind of thing, because nutrition is obviously what people need support with. So, yeah, the workouts are great. I love doing that, but there's a lot of people that are like, I don't want to do a fitness program. I want you to teach me how to eat, and then when I feel stronger, I'm going to start working out too. So, and for you pregnant mamas too, like that's really something that, people can see, like, oh, look, I'm still eating healthy. Like I'm still eating Samoas out of my containers. Like, I'm just
It's portion control.
It's portion control. You are absolutely right. I did not eat the whole box today. Look.
Mm-hmm. I put 4 of them in my little yellow container, smashed them in there, ate them with a fork. It's all good. But yeah, so anything that you guys want to do this week, share in the team page, anything that's working for you. I know that in the Dream Team and Forever Fit, there's been a few posts and stuff that that Deidre has suggested that have worked, or somebody else has suggested that have worked. And I think they're kind of hit or miss. Like I think I'm looking for 10 women who want to lose 10 to 20 pounds before summer. Sometimes that's a really awesome post and it gets a lot of traction, and sometimes it's like crickets. And I'm like, how do I have all these followers and I have one person comment, But
I literally just posted that. Actually,
you did?
Right now.
So we will use you as an example, and we will watch your post today and see what it does. And then we'll be like, do that or don't do that.
Yep.
With 2B Mindset last year, I posted that, and I had probably 40 people comment, 40 or more.
Yeah.
I had 2 people this year.
So yeah, it's weird, and it could be just the time, and sometimes it takes like commenting on that post again to like bring it back up in the news feed, and then like another 2 or 3 people may see it and then comment on it again. And that's kind of what I've been doing with my meal prep post. Like I'll go in and like someone's comment, and for some reason more people see that post, and then it brings it back up in the news feed. So I plan on doing a post like that. I don't know, I may even do that today if I can. I don't know, I just didn't get a chance to do it last week. But I've had decent responses with that. Maybe 1 person will sign up, maybe 5 people will sign up, but I don't think it hurts to throw it out there and see, because you don't know what's going to be the trigger for someone that says, okay, tell me what you're doing, I got to do it. So
let's talk about where you got your 16 SC points.
But really,
I'm not trying to sound like a jerk, but it's actually 18 as of today.
Bam.
So let's talk about last month. Beachbody messed up, and I had 2 free ones, and I signed up my dad. So that just goes to tell you that some months are good and some months are shit. What did you say, Kelly?
I said those were my points. They still owe me 2 points from last month. And I have filled out that damn form twice, and they've said, okay, it'll be fixed. We'll get you your points, and they're never there.
So that happened to me once. I called escalation, and I threw a fit, like a tantruming child, and they were like, we're just going to give them to you so we don't have to deal with your crazy ass anymore. And they literally fixed it that day. So I would call them and just cry.
That's nice.
You have pregnancy hormones. You could probably just cry like real loud on the phone, and they probably just.
I'm not really sure where those came from. And they check for free, so I can't really complain too much.
Yeah, they're just. I don't know what's going on over there, but.
It's exactly what Amanda posted last night.
With forklift.
In their workshop or in their warehouse.
The warehouse. Yeah, they need to send me like some free protein. I'd take some send me a container of protein. Send me an extra bag of Shakeology. Come on, guys. Like,
I got a whole box. I can't believe it. Pack it.
I haven't opened my box yet. There could be some surprises in there that I didn't order.
There you go.
So real quick, I wanted to touch on coach recruiting for this week and kicking off an April 1st coach training. I haven't done an actual coach training in a long time. I've just kind of been doing self-paced and checking in with people privately, and that seems to work. And I feel like if you do the new coach checklist, you kind of get it, and then plugging people in on calls and power hours and sending helpful stuff. But I think I'm going to do like a little bit more of a structured April 1st coach training. I may do a group. I may just do it on a message thread. I just don't want to have to do a whole other group, because I feel like that's sometimes people are like, that's too much. Or if they're on Instagram and they're not on Facebook, then that's kind of a mess. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick some people's brains this week and see what might be a good idea. But if anybody wants to collaborate and have anybody that you want to add into that, we can work on something to kick off kind of April 1st. I do want to do a new coach kickoff call Sunday night, the 31st, like an actual official 45-minute, this is how you do it call. And I think, those are always beneficial, no matter if they're.
Will totally join you because I have one girl, but I will probably be like toast Sunday night because I have a golf tournament that I'm golfing in Sunday that we drink all day at. Like, we're getting, through my husband's company, we get paid to take out some people that he like cities that he works with, and so we pretty much drink all day on the golf course. So, but I have a girl who wants to dive in, so I should probably at least show up. But
you can always direct her to our cover photo. Has a little bit of information in it in our team page. There's that pinned new coach training that I have in there, and then our team website has some getting started stuff as well. And that's usually where I pull content from for a new coach training. And actually, I may run one with Deidre too. I think the more like minds in a group kind of help, and just different people that with different techniques and opinions, and sometimes that makes a difference. Does anyone have any victories from this week that you want to share?
Send a new coach.
Yeah, I saw her.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I haven't had a one-on-one with her yet. We will probably do that today, but she actually used to be a coach. So she's already bringing some knowledge to the table, which is really cool.
Right.
And she stopped coaching before because she just said that, like, they're just, I don't know if she just didn't have like a good team or what, or she just said it was like, I don't know, she just kind of fell off from it. So we'll see. She's really excited. She got the ultimate portion fix. Challenge pack with the bod. She was just doing like 21 days. She's somebody who responded to my 21-day fix post.
Nice.
So we started talking because she said she loved 21-day fix. And yeah, so I'm really excited. She seems really sweet, and I'm looking forward for you guys to meet her, and hopefully I can figure out how to train her.
Yeah.
Because I didn't train Sarah. She just like figured it all out on her own. Amanda and Caitlin, like, I didn't really like do a ton of, thanks, baby.
Yes.
Breakfast.
Nails master.
No, stop it. Thank you.
Well, I expect to repaint it later.
Oh, gosh.
Luke, I'll take my coffee with a little milk and a little cream, please.
she likes it extra frothy.
Let's
But I'll go without if I have.
Let's not take it there.
I'll take pedestrian coffee too.
I like a structured training sometimes, but I never have done a structured training. Like, I've never like if you give me an assignment to do every day, I'm going to get behind, and then I'm going to get flustered, and then I'm going to throw in the towel. So
Yeah.
like a self-paced kind of thing, I personally like. Now, I know there are people that are like, tell me what to do every day and I need to do it, and tell me, so I think that's why getting started right call is really important, why a new coach checklist is really important, because it helps give you a feel for like how they want to approach this business, how much time they want to put into this business. And as a leader, it's important that you know that, because it's a meet me halfway kind of thing. Like I'll match your efforts. And like, if I'm going to do this new coach training and put you in it, I expect you to show up for it. But if I'm going to put you in it and you're not going to do a damn thing and you're not going to check in with me, like that's super frustrating. And then if you're like me, who second guesses themselves all the time, you're like, oh, I'm a terrible leader. What am I doing wrong? And I think just that one-on-one-ness really helps a lot. And I don't think I don't remember, Amanda and Caitlin, if I did, we had a new coach training, but I don't think it wasn't like,
I was,
let's do this today kind of stuff. Like it was,
you did it with Deidre, and it was like weekly calls.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we did.
It wasn't like anything difficult that wasn't unachievable. Like the first week was like write 20 people or something, and then
Write down a list of people
Yeah.
that you know, and then we're going to figure out how to talk to people and make this.
And it was in conjunction with what's the app called? One of Melanie's supermassive intense trainings. I'm phrasing, aren't I? Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, the Coach University, which was on
Oh yeah.
What the hell is it called?
The,
Yeah, that. That.
yeah.
what is that app? I don't remember. But yeah, that was super intense. Because actually, and the only reason I know it is because it just, when I was looking for some tax stuff, it was in my email. I can't remember what the app was though.
Vimify.
So, I mean,
Vimify.
we talked every week,
Oh, yeah,
but then that was also kind of going on at the same time. So, like, we could skip or skim through the massive training if we wanted to, but eventually I just stopped doing it because it was too much.
Yeah, it is. So, I know I need to update some things on the website. The training that I have posted in our team page in the like the photo album is pretty thorough. I'm all like, if there's anything that you guys have that you think would be helpful to include in there or change around or whatever, by all means. But like, that's that's kind of how I've been directing people. There's a new coach training on our team page. You can go through that. The new coach checklist, I feel like, explains everything: how to hit Success Club, how to hit Emerald, what a power hour is, like daily habits, vital behaviors and stuff like that. And I think maybe that's something, I know we do our calls on Saturday mornings. We have Dream Team call Monday night, sometimes Deidre's call Tuesday night, National Wake Up Call, like there's all these things. But maybe that's something that we need to commit to, is like doing a power hour every week that we bring new coaches to and work through this is how you power hour your business kind of thing. Because sometimes those, even if it's not like, oh, I'm signing 10 people from this power hour, it's, oh, I'm understanding how to use my time wisely and maximize, the time that I'm spending on Facebook or Instagram or whatever to build and grow my business. So maybe we just need to commit to that. And I don't know, we'll throw some times out. Maybe we'll start doing them Thursday night and make them optional but suggestive for new coaches to get on, or newer coaches, or anybody. I mean, that wants to.
I've never done a power hour ever.
Really?
Just putting that out there.
And that's,
I love, like, when Deidre has them, I pop onto her team ones all the time.
yeah.
They're usually like really bad timing though. It's like right when bedtime is, but I know they're like an hour ahead of us. So
Yeah. We've worked through stuff on when we've just got on Zoom randomly to like work and stuff like that. And be a little bit more vocal about, this is what I'm doing for 20 minutes. This is what I'm doing for 10 minutes kind of stuff.
Hers are really structured too. Like she like makes you like raise your hand when you're done and like type in how many like you got done and this like she gives you like 5 minutes. Here's 5 minutes. Go invite or go add people. How many did you add? Put your number in the comments. Like, I mean, it works for me. Like, so
I like that too.
I'm like, tell me what to do so I don't see squirrels and start looking outside and, oh, wait, there is an hour gone. Because
But I mean, the tracker has times on it, so I just use that.
I know, but no one's, like, tracking me. Just because it tells me to do it for 5 minutes doesn't mean I have it. That's still the problem.
I want to see what you did this week.
I didn't fill it out yesterday because I couldn't find it, but I did actually start filling that out. And hold on, here's my other thing from this week. Boom, yesterday.
Oh yeah, go girl.
Well, one of those days, I don't know. I took too many drugs at one day, and I couldn't really remember what I did. Well, not like drugs, but like allergy pills.
You're high. That's okay.
I'm high on life, guys. It just gives me all kinds of feelings I've never had before.
Killed it this week. That's amazing.
Did you actually talk to those people, or was that like in your imagination?
Hold on, let me check my inbox.
Anybody else want to share any victories from this week? I think we kind of squirreled big time there.
We need structure.
What? But that wasn't on our 5-minute timeline?
Right. 5 minutes of squirrel moments, please. Let's go now.
How often do you normally invite to coaching? Is it like once a week, but now it's like you're pushing really hard this week because you're on the cruise? Is it normally a week thing?
Well, I like to use the word
like every post.
Roughly invite. I don't, I'll say invite like this. I do try to do at least one coaching call to action post a week. And that's not enough, I'll tell you, because if I get one person that comes from that, granted, if one person was interested and that one person every week signed up as a working coach, okay, like that would be okay. However, like that's not how it works. So call to action posts, and then like this week is just going to be one big giant call to action, like starting, at 2:00 today when I write a post when we're on the way to the airport, or 4:00 or whatever time it is. And then just bringing people over to my coach sneak peek and then just sharing over there the whole time. Are all those people that are joining interested? Probably not. Most of them are probably just nosy because they want to know what we're doing on the cruise. But I'm definitely having conversations behind the scenes with those people. I have a lot of, well, I don't want to say a lot. I get more response from my polls on my Insta stories. But this last time I did one about going on the cruise, and I had one person respond, like, yes, I'm interested, tell me more. One person. And I kept refreshing, like, really? That's it? Like, really? I was like, but she's like really interested, like really genuinely interested. And she's in my sneak peek, and she's like engaging, and we're having private conversations. And I think just trying to keep that consistency through the week, every week, is beneficial. That's not something that I do enough. And I tend to wait till the latter half of the month to do most of my recruiting. So that way I can like start fresh a new month if I'm doing a new coach training or a new coach kickoff call or something like that. But I did a training a while ago where we were challenged to talk about coaching every single day for the entire 30 days. And it wasn't a call to action post every single day, but I had more interest that month than I think I've ever had in my business, because I was consistently talking about coaching. And I mean, you guys can see it. We're consistently talking about nutrition. We're having a ton of interest about nutrition. We're consistently talking about 80-day obsession. We're getting a ton of interest about 80-day obsession. Same thing with Lift 4. Like whatever you're talking about consistently, that's what people are going to be interested in, because it's interesting. It's interesting enough to talk about. So I think you honestly never know who needs the opportunity. And it could be that they just want something for themselves, or it could be that like, I don't want to have to file bankruptcy this year and I need a secondary income, something like that. So, so I think, we've done like, make a list of 30 things that coaching has, you've benefited from by being a coach, and it doesn't all have to be like financial. And then taking those 30 things and turning them into posts over the course of 30 days.
Yeah.
And that's
the big financial thing to go after. And I don't have like the success trips to go after, but like things like Kelly's post with working in your car in like pockets of time was like, I guess, considered like, duh, that's still a coach post.
Oh, yeah. Here's my issue though, is that, okay. I'm really bad at like accepting like compliments. So I'll say thank you for everyone who said that was a good post. But my issue is that I don't plan any posts. I'll just be sitting there and I'll be like, damn, I should post about this. Boom. And then I post it. I wish I could like figure out how to like plan posts. Now I do have in my head every Thursday I'm going to post about coaching. So I knew all day that I needed to post about coaching. I have that, Ashley. I try to fill it out. I'm like, I just draw a blank because I post about like what's going on in my life. And I don't know what's going to go on in my life because my life is super boring. All I do is like drive my kids around. So I got nothing.
So here's how I look at that. Like, whenever a post comes to my brain, I write it down. Because we all know that we have days that we're like, what the fuck am I going to post about? Like, whatever it is. So, or there's days like, I'm like, this is a great post, and I'm going to post about that. But I always have that bank of posts that I haven't used. So that's how I plan them, but I don't always use them.
Yeah.
It's like my reserve.
Got it.
Yeah. So we did a Rising Stars call on Thursday, and Melanie talked about like how to leverage the cruise to grow your business and recruit coaches. And I kind of wanted to take from some of that and use that this morning. And one thing that a lot of us are doing is we're having a Google Doc and we're writing, posts for the week. And where did I organization, where did I put that paper of what I want to talk about this week? So everything's going to have a link to join the sneak peek in the comments, but things that I like, 5 posts this week. Perks of the business, like giving yourself a raise, the benefits. Another one is going to be about taking a family vacation. Another one is going to be about working out with super trainers. Another one is going to be like kids doing things, kid activities, like experiencing stuff that they've never experienced. Another one is going to be about my husband and how he wasn't totally on board, and now he's like sipping beers poolside, like with the other Beachbody dads, and like they're doing, the thing. And then it's going to be about the friendships that I've made through all of this. And every day, internet permitting and chaos permitting, I'm going to go into my coach sneak peek and do a recap of the day before and share 4 or 5 images. This is what we did yesterday. This is why it was so great. And try to, my intention is to write posts for all of these things on the plane today, so that way I can copy and paste and use for my social media this week. Of course, I'll be taking the pictures on the cruise that I'm going to use for those texts, but I have some kind of something to start with, So that's something that I do on this thing is like, I know I'm going to do a coaching post on Thursday, or I know I'm going to do a coaching post on Tuesday. I don't know what it's going to say, but if I can give myself a little prompt, like I know I really want to talk about, when my kids have a sick day and I don't have to take a day off of work, that's something that, I'm going to post about if my kid's sick or whatever, little stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, that's probably one of the most simplest way to do it is, and like what Sarah was saying, like just, you get an idea, you put it in your notes, and then you build from that later. And I would like to say, try to spend no more than 5 to 10 minutes writing a post. But I know that there are interruptions, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time to really say what's on your heart. And not for this to sound like a deterrent, but sometimes people don't read our posts because they look at it and see it's too long, or that first couple sentences isn't like catching enough for them to click on it and read the rest. So I've learned that spending 30 minutes writing a post, if it's not a blog post, like I need to like shorten my time. I need to be a little bit more manageable with my time. So I would encourage everyone to, if you don't have a sneak peek, create one or use our team one. And maybe aim to do that this week. Aim to do some coaching posts. Yeah.
Will you be posting from the cruise in the sneak peek, like in their sneak peek?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The 2000.
Because I have that girl.
Yeah.
Who was asking about the cruise, and I was like, well, I feel like she should see that instead of me sitting in my basement on spring break.
Yeah, put her in there.
Okay.
And maybe put her in there and maybe do a little intro. Like, hey, this is, our team. This is, Ashley's on the cruise. If you have any questions about the cruise stuff, she's there.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely add her in.
Okay.
Yeah, and you guys can use that group as much as you want and add anyone, and that may be something that you want to utilize this week or leverage this week, that next year you're going to be on this trip and this is what it's going to look like, or, little things like that. And because it's totally possible for someone to get on the trip next year by signing up as a coach this year, because they're doing that little promotion or whatever, that if you get X amount of Success Club points this year, you could win a spot on the trip next week, or they're giving out, 10 trips or something like that for new coaches that are rocking their business this year. So, yeah. I think that was kind of what I was going to talk about, just leveraging that stuff, to your favor. And at the very least, sometimes it's worth making a 2 to 3 minute video on YouTube that you can send to somebody about, like, this is why I love what I do. This is why I decided to become a coach. Voice messages are working big time for me right now. And I think it's because I feel like I'm such a chaotic mess that I don't have time to sit down and type a response to people. But I'm voice messaging everyone. And a lot of times it's in the car pickup line at school, or I'm like parked at Target before I drive home, like sending out 5 more messages. But videos and a quick little 59-second message has been kind of my jam. Anybody have any feedback, response, anything?
Every time I use a voice message, I always like talk text, and then I get really embarrassed. I'll be like, message me back, period. And then I'm like,
period. Just message me back, period. If you don't, I'm going to be mad.
Exclamation mark.
Mine stops. Like, I'll be like in the middle of a sentence, and it just stops, and it sends it, and I'm like,
almost done.
Uh-huh.
That's why I never voice message back, Ashley. She always voice messages me, and then I'll just text her back.
One of my
it rocks in my brain lately, so I can't do that. That's way too high tech.
One of my friends just signed up this week, and we were messaging back and forth about portion fix and portion containers and stuff like that. And I've been voice messaging her, and she's been just texting me back on Messenger. And she was like, how come I can't figure out how to do this? And I like sent her a screenshot, and I circled the microphone. I was like, hold this down, talk, and then it'll send. And she like sent me a screenshot back, and she's like, I don't have a microphone. Like I don't have that option. And I'm like, I don't know how to fix that. Like, I just know that I do, and that's how I use it. Well, she finally figured it out at midnight last night after a bunch of cocktails. And she's like, hey, I figured out how to something. And then like she said something and she's like, question mark. And then she's like, sends another one and she's like cracking up and she's like, I don't think I have to say question mark, do I?
I'm telling you, it's tricky. I can't figure it out. It's like leaving a voicemail, but I haven't done that in like 100 years, so I don't remember how to do it.
Calls people. Yeah. And Instagram now has voice message in case you guys didn't know that. I've been sending
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do.
on Instagram. And you can do video messages too.
Yeah.
Which is a little scary. Well, Amanda and I were doing video messages right before she signed up as a coach. Yep. Lots of good ways to leverage your
I think
personality.
Instagram though, like one of the two, you can listen to it before you send it. I don't know if it's Facebook or Instagram, so be careful because one of them you cannot listen to and it just goes.
I know that's the one I don't like.
There's no shame in this game. Come on. It's probably fine.
Yeah. Right.
Period.
Period.
I'm just really big on punctuation, so I just make sure I add it to all my dialogue.
Me too.
Exclamation mark.
Oxford comma.
Have you seen the book Each Shoots and Leaves?
No. No.
You want to talk about grammar? That's a good one.
Get out of here, all you teachers. You would be like, what are you doing when I send emails?
So I don't have anything else. I will be back next Saturday for our call. Those of you that are like jumping in and helping out in the groups, I really appreciate it. If anybody wants to do more, by all means, let me know. And I have a meal plan post scheduled for tomorrow in the 2019 and the March Madness group.
She's
and I'm
going.
gonna do a post today and tomorrow. Scheduled.
Just leave that text thread. Let us figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Okay. That's it, y'all. Happy Saturday.
Yay.
Thanks for getting on. I was going to do like a new coach welcome call after this, but I didn't post it in enough time, and I don't know if anybody saw it. So,
Oh, well. Go get you some black flip-flops.
I do. I need to go shopping still.
Did you decide on a swimsuit?
So I ordered, I randomly ordered one from Amazon on Wednesday, and it came yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
And it's fun. I tried it on, and it's like, of course, like, I mean, come on, really? And I try it on, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't look like that.
Yeah,
but
you do.
I need to put on some more spray tan today.
What does Luke think about those high bottoms? Eric doesn't do that business.
He's not a fan.
Yeah, Eric was like, I think those look like granny pants.
Did you see Lindsay McWay's Instagram thing? Because she bought some high-waisted ones, and she's like, nope, this is totally adult diaper. I'm like, you look cute, though, girl. Like,
I know. See, I think they're cute, but I felt like Georgie Porgy in them whenever.
Yeah, I don't know. If I have some cocktails by the pool, I'm not going to care. I'm just.
Oh, right. And I mean, bottom line, it covers up like some extra flabby stuff down there, so that's good.
That's so good.
And I bought a couple other ones. I found a really cute one on the Target clearance rack for like $12 the other day. So I got that one. And then I splurged and bought like a $60 Carrie Underwood one that I had my eye on for the last couple months. And I was like, I'm just going to order it. Like, I'm not getting any younger. I want this swimsuit. I'm going to buy some.
you go, girl.
Yeah, and your bod is smoking, and you work real hard on it, so you should.
And you got those 3 girls there with you, and be like, look, these came out of me, and I've got this.
Mm-hmm.
I came home last night and ate a bag of chips and 2 Trulies for dinner. And I was like, at this point, it doesn't even matter because we're leaving tomorrow and I don't care. Like, I'm over like trying to eat fish and.
But you only had 2 Trulies, so that's portion control.
I drank them out of my purple container. I drew a black cherry. I drank them out of my purple container. That's all.
You should have taken a picture with that. People can relate.
I should. I know. Maybe I'll take my purple container and I'll just drink my drinks out of it on the cruise.
Classy as.
You need a little stem on the bottom of it
I was trying to
somehow.
substitute that because I saw and I'm like, nope.
Why?
Make yourself a little handle out of Sculpey or something so you
Yeah.
can really enjoy.
We should all make them into little cups and cheers each other.
I'm terrified. I've never used them before, but dang it, I'm going to try. I'm going to give it a shot and see how it goes.
Shot, 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 shot.
Yeah, a shot of seeds right out of my orange container, right?
Yeah, go girl, get crazy.
That's a thing.
It is a thing.
I feel like those are not even shot standard size. Like, you can't even take a legitimate shot out of those orange ones.
No, it needs to be at least the blue one.
Says the bartender.
All right. So coach sneak peek, coach recruiting, April 1st, new coach kickoff. Just mama coach suggestions over here. Do some stories this week about coaching, do some posts about coaching, talk about the Success Club trip. And yeah, let's make it happen. I love that we're bringing a lot of new people on too lately. I think that's very exciting. I think going into the summer too. It's always
real quick question, sorry. So like the morning workouts, are you guys telling your challengers about that? Like, are we trying to make that like a big group thing, or is it just like, are we keeping it small?
Like the Zoom link?
I tell some people. I don't. Yeah,
I
I posted this morning's link in the group, but I didn't share the like daily. I've shared that with a couple people, but not like in the group.
I've shared the last 2 Saturdays and I haven't had anybody get on. So
I have one girl that works out that just signed up, and I went to high school with her and was really close when we were younger, but I just didn't know if we were trying to make it a big thing or if we're just keeping it small.
I think the more the merrier.
Because
Like,
I see a lot of successful coaches and they have like 50 to 100 people on in the morning. I'm like, wow, that's kind of inspiring, you know? But I didn't know like what our goal was. I didn't want to overpower it if that's not what everybody wanted. So.
Amanda, do you
I mean, not that I have like that many people, but let me tell you, that's my goal. Because
I agree. I think that I like the more the merrier thing too. And who knows, that may be something that somebody needs, you know? And then,
I mean, I like our intimate time, but
I think it's great.
So are we talking about the Saturday morning workout?
I just meant like
Are
on
we
a
talking
daily
about
like
daily
accountability.
workout?
I just meant like on
Again, I feel like a jerk for being a poacher. That's why I'm asking this question.
I know. If not, I was gonna create my own. That's kind of why I was asking if.
No, use the link by all means.
every day.
Don't
Every
get
day.
Okay.
Sarah,
Well-
how much do you pay for that?
Isn't it like $20 a month or
A
something?
month.
Oh no.
15 a month.
Oh, that's a lot. I didn't realize you were doing that.
Yeah. That's why I feel bad for poaching.
You pay $15 a month for Zoom?
But you guys, I use it for school too because I flip my classroom. Like, so it's really not that big of a deal.
Are you sure? I can Venmo
my God.
you every month, like $5 or something.
Whatever anybody wants to do. I don't care.
It's a
You have
write-off.
pumpkin spice Shakeology, so I'm set for this year.
You are because I never paid you. I was like the other day, somebody posted pumpkin spice and I was like, holy crap. And I owe Kelly Shakeology. I'm a mess. I don't go to the post office. That's my problem.
Yeah. You do.
If anybody wants a box of pumpkin spice, I have an open box of pumpkin spice. I'm just putting it out there.
Oh my
send it.
God.
Oh my God, she says.
I would buy it. Literally buy it. Not like mooch it off of you and then.
Can you actually send it to her and then she'll pay you at some point in the rest of your life?
I'm a hot mess. I'm fully aware.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's take a selfie.
Ooh, pimp coat style.
Sarah,
What's up, homies?
I wish you had like a big gold chain.
Ooh,
hey,
it could happen.
yes.
I could put my Energize in a pimp cup and really just go to town with it.
You should.
Very exciting.